weird. If you're building and developing your land, you just have a shack with taps on it, and you're like, yes, we keep all the Guinness here instead of in the centralized house location because everyone is always hanging out outside. And then the fire. So it just made sense to keep the beer outside too.
For the South Medford Panthers, Josh Moody. For the North Medford Black Tornado, Kerry Curtis.
For the playing of the national anthem.
Just finished up meeting with the umpires at home plate. I'm going to step away from the microphone for the playing of our nation's anthem here at Harry and David Field. Nothing gets my red, white, and blue blood boiling quite like hearing our nation's anthem being played at a baseball field on a sunny Saturday afternoon. Thank you for joining us here on TableRockSports.net as we bring you coverage of the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week, powered by U.S. Cellular at Siskiyou. North versus South, black versus blue on TableRockSports.net. Let's take a look now at the Bills Glass Coaches Corner. Bills Glass, the clear choice and industry leader in Southern Oregon for your home, vehicle, or business needs. Locally owned and family run. Bills Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass. The South Medford Panthers have taken the field and on the bump in Game 1 of our doubleheader today between South and North Medford. Tanner Douglas on the mound for the South Medford Panthers. Douglas making his third start of the year. He's gone 9 innings, allowed just 1 hit, and struck out 20 to just 6 walks in those 9 innings. No earned runs allowed, and he's got 2 wins in those 2 starts. So North Medford has their work cut out for them. Let's take a look at the defensive alignment behind Tanner Douglas on the South Medford Bills Glass Coaches Corner. Catching him is Bennett Thompson. At third base, Caleb Long. At short, Cam Sewell. At second base, Elijah Havey. And at first, Carson Joe. In the outfield for the South Medford Panthers, in left, Kyle Cope. In center, Caleb Barney. And in right is Tosh Stumpenhouse. Tanner Douglas and the South Medford Panthers are going to be taking on the batting order for the North Medford Black Tornado, and that is as follows. Leading off, the pitcher, number 4, Cody Boragine. Batting second, the second baseman, number 2, Johnny King. Batting third, the third baseman, number 6, Aidan Horsley. Batting cleanup, the catcher, number 8, Jeremiah Robbins. Batting fifth, the third baseman, number 20, Gavin Schmidt. Batting sixth, the second baseman, number 3, Tyler Dunleavy. Dunleavy, the first baseman, batting 7th. The left fielder, number 15, Frankie Rutigliano, batting 8th. The right fielder, number 1, Colton Morgan, and batting 9th, the center fielder, number 16, Trey Newman. On the second pitch, Cody Boragine delivers a base hit into center field, and North Medford getting started early. Lefty Douglas comes home. King shows bunt and then pulls back on a pitch high and outside for ball 1. King shows bunt again, gets the barrel of the bat on the ball, but pops it foul out of play. And the count evens, 1 ball and 1 strike. Cody Boragine, the leadoff single for the North Medford Black Tornado. Here's the 1-1. Tanner Douglas comes home. King shows bunt again, pops it foul off the first base side. And now in a 1 ball, 2 strike count. You're watching the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week, powered by U.S. Cellular at Siskiyou. Lithia Superstore Jeep, Dodge, Chrysler. Head to lithiasuperstore.com to find your next ride. Here's the 1-2 to Johnny King. Hard hit through the hole, stopped by Sewell. It pops out of his glove, and an infield single for Johnny King. The North Medford Black Tornado have the first 2 base runners aboard in this game 1 of our doubleheader. And that'll bring up Aidan Horsley. Horsley watches the first pitch drop out of the zone for ball 1. And Douglas paints a fastball in the outer half to even the count up. As we mentioned, Tanner Douglas in his first 2 starts, 20 strikeouts to just 6 walks and only 1 hit allowed in his previous 2 starts. He's already doubled that against North Medford today. There's a great breaking ball by Douglas. Horsley swings over the top for strike 2. With 2 on and nobody out, Douglas going to have to work hard to keep that ERA at 0. The 1-2, another breaking ball swung on and missed, strike 3. First K of the afternoon for Tanner Douglas. 1 down in the top of the first inning. That'll bring up the catcher, Jeremiah Robbins, for the North Medford Black Tornado. And the first pitch to Robbins in the dirt, ball 1. Singles by Cody Boragine and Johnny King to start the day for the North Medford Black Tornado, 1 away in the top of the first. Douglas comes home and misses outside for ball 2. Game 1 of our doubleheader. Bring you all 14 plus innings of action. Fastball misses away for ball 3. Let's see if Robbins gets the 3-0 green light. He's taken all the way, and Douglas finds the zone for strike 1. Coming into today, North Medford 4-2 overall, but just 1-2 in league. South 5-1 overall, 2-1 in league. As that is just outside for ball 4, and the bases are loaded. Only 1 out, and now Gavin Schmidt looking to be the first batter to drive in a run against Tanner Douglas in 2021. First pitch to Schmidt, low and in for ball one. Boragine at third, King at second, Robbins at first. The 1-0 to Schmidt. Hard hit into left, and that's going to get down. 1 run scores. Coming around to score is King. It's a 2 RBI single for Gavin Schmidt. And North jumps on top, 2-0. Didn't take long for the Black Tornado to dirty Tanner Douglas's perfect ERA. As there's a first pitch strike delivered to Tyler Dunleavy. The 2 RBI single by Gavin Schmidt scores Cody Boragine and Johnny King. Softly hit up the middle, Sewell to Havey for 1 to first. Not in time. Dunleavy able to leg it out. So Schmidt erased on the fielder's choice. Jeremiah Robbins goes to third. 2 down in the top of the first inning, and that will bring up Frankie Rutigliano. Rutigliano takes low and away for ball one. That's low for ball two. Again, if you're just joining us, Tanner Douglas coming into today, 9 innings, 0 earned runs, 20 strikeouts, and just 1 hit allowed in those 9 innings. Well, North Medford has already gotten 3 times as many hits in this first inning as Douglas has given up all year. Cody Boragine and Johnny King leading, getting the game started for North Medford. Number 1 and 2 batters both singling to start the day. A walk by Jeremiah Robbins and then a 2 RBI single by Gavin Schmidt. 3-1 with runners at the corners, and that's low for ball 4. The bases are loaded once again, and now Colton Morgan will step into the box for the Black Tornado. This broadcast is brought to you in part by the Medical Eye Center of Medford. They have a wide range of eye care services for the entire family. To learn more, visit medicaleyecenter.com to see how they can help your vision needs. Tanner Douglas trying to avoid the big inning. North Medford, having already plated 2, looking for more. Colton Morgan takes a first pitch fastball high for ball 1. Douglas able to find the zone to even the count up. 1 ball and 1 strike. Morgan, the 8th batter to come to the plate in this first inning, and he takes a high outside strike. 1-2 the count. Jeremiah Robbins at third, Tyler Dunleavy at second, Frankie Rutigliano at first. The 1-2. High and outside to even things up. The 2-2. In there, strike 3 called. So Tanner Douglas picks up a couple of Ks, but North Medford picks up a couple of runs. A 2 RBI single by Tanner Douglas.
As a reminder, please stay on
and it's
your side of the
2-0
fencing.
North as we head to the bottom of the first inning. You're watching North versus South on TableRockSports.net.
Choose a company that best represents you and our local community.
Choose a company that focuses on relationships rather than transactions.
Choose a company that empowers their employees and provides growth opportunities from within.
Choose a company that shows compassion and rises to the occasion in times of need.
Call a John L. Scott broker today.
This year, don't just replace your windows, renew them with beautiful and energy-efficient windows from Bill's Glass. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home or auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 50 years. Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass.
Welcome back to Harry and David Field. You're watching the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week, powered by U.S. Cellular at Siskiyou. North Medford able to do something that no team has done in 2021. Score runs off of Tanner Douglas. They bring 8 men to the plate. 2 come around to score on the 2 RBI single by Gavin Schmidt. Scoring Cody Boragine and Johnny King. And now it's Boragine on the bump for North Medford. Spotted a 2-run lead. Cam Sewell leading things off for the South Medford Panthers. The lefty swinging shortstop takes on the outside corner for strike 1. Catching Cody Boragine today is Jeremiah Robbins. And we'll get the rest of the defensive lineup in just a little bit as that misses outside for ball 3. Gavin Schmidt, the 2 RBI single in the top of the first. He's playing third. Aidan Horsley at short. Johnny King at second. Tyler Dunleavy at first. Here's the 3-1 to Cam Sewell. Fouled back to run the count full. Frankie Rutigliano is in left. Trey Newman is in center, and Colton Morgan is in right. Defensive alignment for the North Medford Black Tornado. Cam Sewell, Bennett Thompson, and Tanner Douglas, top of the South Medford order, due up in the bottom of the first. Here's the payoff to Sewell. Lifted in the air, and just on the edge of the grass. Under it is Horsley, comes into the grass, or into the dirt to make the out. 1 away. Batting order for South Medford Panthers. Batting second, the catcher, Bennett Thompson. Batting third, the pitcher, number 8, Tanner Douglas. Batting cleanup, the first baseman, number 6, Carson Joe. Batting fifth, the right fielder, number 10, Tosh Stumpenhouse. Bennett Thompson rips one into left field for a base hit. And the first base runner of the day for South Medford comes with 1 out in the first, and now Tanner Douglas will look to keep things going. So Tosh Stumpenhouse in right, batting 5th, batting 6th. The second baseman, number 12, Elijah Havey, batting 7th. The third baseman, number 4, Caleb Long. And there's a hard-hit ground ball that's under the diving glove of Johnny King. Bennett Thompson going to go first to third, and he's in there safely. On the throw to third, into second base goes Douglas. And South has the tying runs in scoring position. Now with 2 on and only 1 out, Carson Joe will take a first pitch strike from Cody Boragine. Rounding out the South Medford batting order in center field is number 2, Caleb Barney. Here's the 0-1 to Joe. Takes low to even the count up. Low and away for ball 2. Carson Joe coming into today batting an even .400. 8 hits, including a double and 6 RBI. 3 walks to just 3 strikeouts. Here's the 2-1 with runners on second and third. Boragine misses low and in for ball 3. Waiting on deck is Tosh Stumpenhouse. Back-to-back singles by Bennett Thompson and Tanner Douglas have put runners on second and third. Here's the 3-1 to Joe. Low and in for ball 4. So South Medford loads the bases in the bottom of the first inning. And one of the coaches for North Medford going to come out and have a chat. We'll step away for a quick commercial break. You're watching the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week, powered by U.S. Cellular at Siskiyou.
Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford. We've stocked up with over 200 new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep Dodge, and of course, Ram trucks. Choose from one of our largest inventories ever of new Jeep Cherokee 4x4s. Test drive a new Ram 1500 and see why Ram is Motor Trend's back-to-back-to-back three-peat truck of the year. And remember, we've added the convenience of test drives from your home and an online process to purchase and deliver your new vehicle. You'll find the new vehicle you want at the low price you deserve. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
Welcome back to North versus South baseball at Harry and David Field. It's all part of the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week, powered by U.S. Cellular at Siskiyou. North Medford brought 8 men to the plate in the top of the first, brought 2 home on the 2 RBI single by Gavin Schmidt, and now South Medford threatening with bases loaded in the home half of the inning. Only 1 out, and Tosh Stumpenhouse at the dish for the South Medford Panthers. Cody Boragine on the mound for North. First pitch to Tosh, a strike on the upper inner half. The 0-1 to Stumpenhouse, away to even the count up. Early drama here at Harry and David Field. Here's the 1-1. On the lower inside corner for strike 2. Tosh Stumpenhouse coming in today batting .444 with 4 hits, 7 RBI, and 2 runs scored. Here's the 2-1. Stumpenhouse to second base. Bobbled by the second baseman King. He's not going to have a play. The throw to third. Not in time, and we'll see. It'll be an RBI for Stumpenhouse regardless. And then probably an error charged to King. Bennett Thompson comes home to score. And it's 2-1 North. Elijah Havey now at the dish. 0-1 the count. Down the right field line and out of play. Havey behind in the count. 0-2. Tanner Douglas now at third, Carson Joe at second, Tosh Stumpenhouse at first. And a healthy cut by Havey. He comes up empty, and correction, that'll make it a 1-2 count. Put in play to the shortstop. Horsley has it. The throw to first in time. An RBI ground out for Elijah Havey. Scores Tanner Douglas, and we're tied at 2. First pitch swinging for Caleb Long. He fouls it off for strike one. As that finds the zone. Long behind in the count. 0-2. Boragine retires Long on 3 pitches, but not before South Medford answers with 2 of their own in the bottom of the first inning. To the top of the second we go, tied at 2. You're watching the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week, powered by U.S. Cellular at Siskiyou.
Medford School District, we have a shared vision. All are learning, and learning is for all.
We all have a role to play when it comes to preventing COVID-19 at school
and in our community.
Our community agreement states,
I will
wear my mask at all times
and properly. I will
maintain physical distancing,
stay arms length apart.
I will
wash my hands often
for 20 seconds soap and water.
I will
stay home when I'm sick.
This is our MSD community agreement
to keep our schools safe
and the community safe.
In David Field, you're watching Black and Blue Baseball on TableRockSports.net. All tied at 2 as we head to the top of the second inning here at Harry and David Field. Thank you for joining us on the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week, powered by U.S. Cellular at Siskiyou. The only man not to bat for the North Medford Black Tornado in that top of the first inning, Trey Newman, will lead things off in the top of the second. And then the top of the order in Cody Boragine and Johnny King for North. The first pitch to Newman misses outside for ball 1. And Douglas able to find the zone to even the count up. 1 ball and 1 strike. Breaking ball stayed up. Count moves to 2-1. This broadcast brought to you in part by My Circle K, powered by GP Energy. The 2-1 in there for strike 2. Two, fouled away. And that fastball got away from him to run the count full. Into center field for a leadoff single. Back-to-back innings, North gets a leadoff hit. And now the top of the order in Cody Boragine. The lefty comes home. Boragine showed bunt and then pulled back on a pitch high for ball 1. The 1-0 painted on the outer half by Douglas. The 1-1. Up and in for ball 2. And one of the South Medford pitching coaches coming out to have a chat. We'll step away for a quick commercial break. You're watching the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week, powered by U.S. Cellular at Siskiyou.
I believe in the bus system. They have always been there for my wife, and I know that she feels safe.
For me, riding the bus is a norm.
Other big cities have bus systems, and everybody rides the bus.
Having RBTD, just a bus stop away from my job, from my school, from my house, allowed me to be able to go to college, get my 3 degrees, and still be a mom.
Welcome back to Harry and David Field. The next pitch out of the timeout, fouled back by Cody Boragine to run the count to 2-2. Trey Newman, a leadoff single here in the top of the second inning. Tanner Douglas checks the runner at first, now comes home and spikes a fastball. It gets by the catcher, and that's going to allow Newman to take second base. The lead run in scoring position, and a full count to the North Medford leadoff hitter, Cody Boragine. Payoff is low, and Boragine will walk. He's aboard safely for the second time today. 2 on and nobody out for Johnny King. The first pitch to King, he shows bunt, pops it up into the air, caught by Douglas, and the runners will dive back into the bags, their respective bags safely. A big first out for Tanner Douglas and the South Medford Panthers. Not out of the woods yet, as Aidan Horsley will step into the box for the North Medford Black Tornado. Douglas starts Horsley with the first pitch strike. Horsley struck out swinging with runners on first and second in the first. Let's see what he does with runners on first and second here in the second. And there's a breaking ball that gets out of the glove of Thompson, and the runners will take. Second wild pitch of the inning. And now 2 in scoring position with only 1 out. Here's the 1-1. Fastball painted by Douglas on the outer corner for strike 2. Breaking ball, spoiled by Horsley. Got a piece of it, and we'll do it again. The 1-2. Fastball reached for and foul tipped. We'll do it again. The 1-2 misses low from Douglas to even the count up. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 on, 1 out in the top of the second inning in a 2-2 game. Breaking ball, pushed foul down the first base line. Horsley staying alive, making Douglas work here in game 1 of our doubleheader. Trey Newman, the leadoff single, is at third. Cody Boragine, he walked. He's at second. Following the wild pitch. Another 2-2. And time was called. And a balk has been called. So the pitcher made a motion towards home plate without actually throwing the ball, and that is going to push the lead run across for North Medford. Ground ball to the second baseman, Havey, and he will retire Aidan Horsley. 2 down, and now Jeremiah Robbins will step into the box. The first pitch to Robbins misses outside, ball 1. Three balls and 1 strike the count with Cody Boragine at third. That's low for ball 4. Second walk of the inning issued by Tanner Douglas. That puts runners on the corners for Gavin Schmidt. Last time, Schmidt was at the plate. Delivered a 2 RBI single to drive in Boragine and Johnny King. Well, he's got Boragine at third here in the top of the second. And the first pitch is in there for strike 1. Trey Newman came around on a balk to score here in the top of the second. North looking for more. The 0-1 breaking ball. The runner at first takes off, and it pops off the glove of Havey. That's going to allow Boragine to score. And now Schmidt in a hitter's count, 3 balls and 1 strike with Jeremiah Robbins at second. The 3-1. Called, strike 2. The payoff. Schmidt takes outside for ball 4. Third walk of the inning issued by Douglas. Runners at first and second now, and that will bring up Tyler Dunleavy. The 1-0. Up and in and hit foul by Dunleavy to even the count up. Jeremiah Robbins at second, Gavin Schmidt at first. They both walked. 2 runs have scored in the first 2 innings for North Medford. Douglas comes home and paints a strike on the outer half to get ahead of Tyler Dunleavy, 1 and 2. Breaking ball waved at for strike 3 to retire the side. But not before 2 more runs come home. To the home half of the second we go, 4-2 North Medford. You're watching Black and Blue Baseball on TableRockSports.net.
In RBTD all my life. When we moved to Talent, that's when we purchased our house.
All those memories were in that little spot for 17 years.
Everything in that house, all our firsts, everything gone. Now more than ever, with so many families being displaced, their kids will still be able to come to school to Phoenix and Talent because they'll be able to use RBTD.
Fuel your daily adventure at My Circle K, powered by GP Energy. Whether it's morning motivation to get your day going, adding crunch to your lunch, fueling up for a road trip, your journey begins with My Circle K, powered by GP Energy.
So your workers' comp claim was denied. Or was it accepted? Now what are you supposed to do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and de Villeneuve immediately and let us fight for you.
Home half of the second inning here at Harry and David Field. You're watching the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week, powered by U.S. Cellular at Siskiyou. A first pitch strike by Cody Boragine issued to Kyle Cope. North leading 4-2. They've brought 14 men to the plate in the first 2 innings. As Cope rips one foul down the third base line. The Panthers were able to answer with 2 of their own in the home half of the first inning. An error by second baseman Johnny King allowing Bennett Thompson to score, and then Elijah Havey the RBI ground out to get Tanner Douglas in. But then North came back with 2 more in the top of the second. Cope grounds it foul off the third base side. We'll do it again. The 1-2. Fouled back again. Kyle Cope, Caleb Barney, and Cam Sewell, the 3 due up for the South Medford Panthers in the home half of the second inning. Game 1 of our doubleheader here at Harry and David Field. The 1-2. Fouled back again. Put in play to the third baseman. Scooped up by Gavin Schmidt. The throw across the diamond in time. 1 away. Man, that will bring up Caleb Barney. And the first pitch by Barney fouled off for strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike to the South Medford center fielder as he fouls that pitch off the first base side for strike 2. The pitch home by Boragine. Lifted foul off the third base side. Boragine on the mound for North. Comes set. The 1-2. In the air to right. Tracking it is Colton Morgan. He's under it. He makes the grab for out number 2. Top of the order now, and that will bring up Cam Sewell. In the air to shallow left, Frankie Rutigliano coming in. He makes the grab to retire the side. A 1-2-3 inning for Cody Boragine and the North Medford Black Tornado. To the top of the third we go, 4-2 North. You're watching Lithia Superstore Game of the Week, powered by U.S. Cellular at Siskiyou.
Workers' comp claim was denied. Or was it accepted? Now what are you supposed to do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and de Villeneuve immediately and let us fight for you.
Since 1991, Medford area residents have looked to Eye Care Associates of Southern Oregon for vision care for the whole family. Specializing in optometry for adults and children, ECA uses state-of-the-art diagnostic tools to scan for health risks and get your prescription just right. Get your students a comprehensive vision check to ensure they have their best chance to learn and succeed. And look good while you see well. Specialists in our optical boutique have extensive styles on hand or can special order. We hope to see your family at Eye Care Associates of Southern Oregon. Visit eyecaresouthern.com to learn more.
Waiting, even a few days, to report a work injury or illness could cost you everything. But how do you know what you should do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and de Villeneuve immediately and let us fight for you.
Welcome back to Harry and David Field. You're watching the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week, powered by U.S. Cellular at Siskiyou. Top of the third inning, North on top 4-2, and a new pitcher for the South Medford Panthers on top of the mound. That is Carson Joe taking over for Tanner Douglas in relief. Douglas was as perfect as you could be through his first 2 starts, striking out 20 in 9 innings without allowing a run on just 1 hit. But the North Medford Black Tornado got to Douglas today. Douglas in 2 innings allowed 4 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned, 5 walks to 3 strikeouts. And so now Carson Joe will toe the rubber and try to keep the South Medford Panthers in this one, down by 2 to their crosstown rivals, the North Medford Black Tornado. You're watching the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week, powered by U.S. Cellular at Siskiyou. Lithia Superstore Jeep Dodge Chrysler, the title sponsor of TaylorRockSports.net. Make sure to visit lithiasuperstore.com to find your next ride. Frankie Rutigliano, Colton Morgan, and Trey Newman, the 3 due up for the North Medford Black Tornado in the top of the third inning. The first pitch from right-hander Carson Joe, a fastball in there for strike 1. Rutigliano walked his first appearance back in the first inning when 8 batters came to the plate for the North Medford Black Tornado. As the 1-1 comes up and in for ball 2. Popped up into shallow right field. Tosh Stumpenhouse drifting to the line and makes the tricky grab for out number 1. One away now. Colton Morgan will step into the box. And Morgan takes high for ball 1. And waves through a fastball to even things up. Four runs, 4 hits, 1 error for the North Medford Black Tornado. 2 runs, 2 hits, 1 error for the South Medford Panthers. As Morgan able to hold off that high heat. The count moves to 2 balls and 1 strike. Joe paints the lower half of the zone to get things even. And that's in there. Strike 3 called. Carson Joe retires Colton Morgan looking. 2 down in the top of the 3rd inning for Trey Newman. First pitch swinging. Newman into right field. Stumpenhouse drifting over to his left. Makes the grab to retire the side. A 1-2-3 inning. To the home half of the 3rd we go. 4-2 North. You're watching the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week, powered by U.S. Cellular at Siskiyou on TableRockSports.net.
We have the best selection and the best value for the dollar.
My name's Haley, and I've been showing sheep for 5 years through 4-H and pigs for 2 years through 4-H. 2 years ago I got grand champion, and today I got reserve grand champion. It's a really good program, and it teaches the kids self-responsibility. The program wouldn't be how it is today if we didn't have people like Sherm coming out and supporting us.
If you shop with us, you will save money.
It takes meticulous planning.
We have the best
continuous monitoring and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
Home half of the 3rd inning here at Harry and David Field. You're watching the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week, powered by U.S. Cellular at Siskiyou on TableRockSports.net. Home half of the 3rd inning, 4-2 North Medford. And the heart of the South Medford order coming up. Bennett Thompson, Tanner Douglas, and Carson Joe. Cody Boragine, the lefty on the mound for North. Misses low and away to Bennett Thompson for ball 1. Thompson ripped a single to left his first time up and eventually came around to score. Back in the 1st inning. And Thompson ahead here. 2 balls and no strikes. The 3-1 to Thompson, lifts it in the air to right. Colton Morgan racing for it. It's going to land foul off the first base side. Heck of an effort by both Morgan and the second baseman, Johnny King, for the North Medford Black Tornado. Just a long strike to Bennett Thompson. Thompson able to spoil that pitch from Boragine to stay alive. Yeah, that's low for ball 4. Bennett Thompson works the leadoff walk. And now Tanner Douglas, who singled and scored back in the first inning, will climb into the left-handed box. This broadcast brought to you in part by My Circle K, powered by GP Energy. Morning motivation, crunch in your lunch, and fuel for your road trip. It all begins at My Circle K. Douglas able to poke one under the glove of the diving second baseman King. First to third goes Bennett Thompson. And South Medford in business here in the bottom of the third. Douglas collects his second hit of the afternoon. Tying runs aboard for Carson Joe. Boragine delivers a first pitch strike to Carson Joe. Joe walked and was left stranded at third back in the first inning. He's got Thompson at third, Douglas at first here in the bottom of the third inning, and he fouls that offering off. 0-2 now the count. The 0-2, low for ball 1. Pickoff throw to first, Douglas back safely. 4 runs, 4 hits, 1 error for the North Medford Black Tornado. 2 runs, 3 hits, 1 error for the South Medford Panthers. Bennett Thompson at third, Tanner Douglas at first. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Carson Joe. The runner takes off. Joe pops it foul off the first base side. That is called strike 3. Cody Boragine able to retire Carson Joe. A big first out for the North Medford Black Tornado. And that will bring up Tosh Stumpenhouse. The runner takes off. Stumpenhouse waves at it. And interestingly, no batter's interference was called there. So Douglas credited with the stolen base. Runners at second and third now. 0-2 the count to Tosh Stumpenhouse. Boragine kicks and delivers. Low for ball 1. Stumpenhouse pushes one to the second baseman. King coming out to the outfield grass, to make the grab for out number 2. The runners have to hold. And that will bring up Elijah Havey. Havey had an RBI ground out back in the bottom of the first inning to tie things up 2-2. He's going to need to get a base hit here to try to tie things for South Medford in the bottom of the third. Bennett Thompson at third, Tanner Douglas at second, and Havey takes low for ball 1. Here's the 1-1. Havey waved at, and he went around. So the home plate umpire, Scott Wright. Popped up into shallow right field. Johnny King, the second baseman, is out to make the grab to retire the side. South Medford threatens, but unable to bring any home. To the top of the fourth we go, 4-2 North. You're watching the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week, powered by U.S. Cellular at Siskiyou on TableRockSports.net.
You're a coach, or plan to be a coach. What kind of coach do you want to be? This?
Hey! What is that? Come on, guy! You're killing me!
Or this?
I love it. I love what I see. I don't care about the mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. Guys making millions of dollars on Sunday, they make mistakes.
Know your role. Learn more at southernoregonsports.org.
There's a time machine, not so far away, that takes you back to a world just a few streets wide, where wonder rules the day, and families are transformed, from the smallest bug-eyed explorer to that surliest know-it-all. So dive into the past and let them see the world through a simpler lens called Southern Oregon. Their adventure begins when you travel Medford.
Top of the fourth inning in game 1 of our doubleheader between North and South Medford on TableRockSports.net. It's all part of the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week, powered by U.S. Cellular at Siskiyou. Those of you who've been watching Table Rock Sports a lot this year may know that I have an amazing, incredible girlfriend named Bella. One of the many amazing, incredible reasons why she is the love of my life is because she went to YouTube and subscribed to Table Rock Sports. And you can do the same. That's right. Just search Table Rock Sports on YouTube and hit that big red subscribe button. It helps us stay in the game and continue to provide free coverage of high school athletics live on any device. Thank you for your endless love and support, Bella. First pitch swinging for Cody Boragine. Pops it up to the second baseman, Cam Sewell, and that is out number 1. First pitch swinging for Johnny King, and he squeaks a grounder under the glove of Caleb Long for a one-out single. King 2 for 3 today with a run scored. One down in the top of the fourth inning, and that will bring up Aidan Horsley. Horsley takes low for ball one. The runner at first takes off. Horsley waves at it. The throw to second is going to be in time. Bennett Thompson retires Johnny King trying to steal second. And there are two away in the top of the fourth. The 1-1 softly hit to Caleb Long across the diamond, and a 1-2-3 fourth inning for Carson Joe and the South Medford Panthers. To the home half of the fourth we go, 4-2 North. You're watching the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week on TableRockSports.net.
Choose a company that best represents you and our local community.
Choose a company that focuses on relationships rather than transactions.
Choose a company that empowers their employees and provides growth opportunities from within.
Choose a company that shows compassion and rises to the occasion in times of need.
Call a John L. Scott broker today.
This year, don't just replace your windows, renew them with beautiful and energy-efficient windows from Bill's Glass. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home or auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 50 years. Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass.
Welcome back to North Medford versus South Medford baseball. Black and blue on TableRockSports.net is all part of the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week, powered by U.S. Cellular at Siskiyou. We're in the bottom of the fourth inning, South trailing North 4-2. Due up for the South Medford Panthers. Here in the home half of the fourth inning, it'll be Caleb Long, Kyle Cope, and Caleb Barney. Two Calebs and a Kyle to face off against Cody Boragine. First pitch swinging, and Caleb Long deposits a base hit into center field. Each team getting the leadoff runner aboard in 2 of the 4 innings here in game 1 of this doubleheader. First pitch swinging, and down the line, foul. Kyle Cope down 0-1 at the plate. After a very methodical and patient first couple of innings, both teams have been hunting that first or second pitch, and we've been rolling right along. Long at first, and Cope fouls it back for strike 2. That is called strike 3. Cody Boragine retires Kyle Cope looking. That's the third strikeout of the game for Boragine. One down for Caleb Barney. Barney shows bunt. The pickoff throw to first, and diving back safely is Long. Pickoff throw to first, Long back safely. Both teams scoring 2 runs in the first inning, and then North getting 2 more in the top of the second. Ground ball through the hole between third and short for Caleb Barney. The tying runs aboard for the South Medford Panthers, in the top of the order in Cam Sewell coming up. First pitch to Sewell in there for strike 1. Gets by the catcher, and that's going to allow runners to take second and third. Pass ball now. The tying runs in scoring position for Cam Sewell. Sewell waves at it for strike 2. Long at third, Barney at second. The 1-2 to Sewell, and he fouls it off. Two and two now the count. And that is strike 3. Second K of the inning for Cody Boragine. And now the onus falls on Bennett Thompson, who's 1 for 1 today. Singled and scored back in the first inning, and then walked in the second. He's going to walk here in the fourth intentionally to load the bases up for Tanner Douglas. Courtesy runner coming in, that's Luke Mason. Do the running honors for Bennett Thompson at first base. Now Tanner Douglas, 2 for 2 today with a run scored, and he takes low for ball 1. Not often you see a guy get intentionally walked to bring up the number 3 hitter, who's 2 for 2 with a run scored already, but that's how good Bennett Thompson is, and Tanner Douglas delivers for the South Medford Panthers. 1 run comes home, 2 runs come home. Mason into third, Douglas into second, a 2 RBI single for Tanner Douglas, and the South Medford Panthers have tied things up 4-4 in the bottom of the 4th inning. Thompson and Douglas replace Long and Barney at second and third. South going to continue to apply the pressure with Carson Joe. And time is called. Joe fouls it off for strike one. Joe looks at a pitch painted perfectly on the lower outside corner for strike two. Pickoff throw to second. It gets by the second baseman. And that will allow a run to score. Luke Mason crosses home plate. And South has taken a 5-4 lead. Joe takes inside, gets away from the catcher, and now Tanner Douglas into third base on the wild pitch. Manager for North Medford coming out. We'll step away for a quick break. South Medford has taken the lead 5-4 in the bottom of the fourth inning. We'll be right back after.
My Circle K, powered by GP Energy, you can turn an ordinary lunch break into something extraordinary with crispy, crunchy chicken. Grab and go their delicious chicken, chicken tenders, famous biscuits, and tasty sides. MyCircleK.com.
US Cellular believes everyone deserves 5G. That's why we've included 5G on all plans, no extra charge, whether you're working or playing. All US Cellular plans include 5G, no extra charge. Get the new Samsung Galaxy S21 5G free with no hidden requirements. US Cellular.
Get the latest 5G phones for free today at Siskiyou Cellular, an authorized agent for US Cellular with 7 Valley locations. Visit souscellular.com for details.
Fuel your daily adventure at My Circle K, powered by GP Energy. Whether it's morning motivation to get your day going.
I had to cut that message from our sponsor short to bring you back to the action. 2 balls and 2 strikes now the count on Carson Joe. Already 3 home for South in this bottom of the fourth inning. And the Panthers looking for more with Tanner Douglas at third. As that misses low for ball 3. Joe gets under it, pops it foul off the first base side and out of play onto the grassy berm. You're watching the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week, powered by US Cellular at Siskiyou. North versus South doubleheader at Harry and David Field. Joe waved at it. Did he go? No, says the first base umpire, Travis Reese. And Joe aboard on the walk. The second time he's taken a free pass today. Runners at the corners now for Tosh Stumpenhouse as Josh Thomas comes in to pinch run for Carson Joe. Boragine misses up and in to Stumpenhouse for ball 1. The 1-0 Fouled back and out of play. This broadcast is brought to you in part by Bill's Glass, the industry leader and clear choice in Southern Oregon for almost 50 years. Locally owned and family run, Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass. When you hear that crash, think Bill's Glass. Stumpenhouse lays off the breaking ball, and the count moves to 2 balls and 1 strike. Popped up into shallow center field. Bunch of Black Tornado are out there. It's the second baseman King to squeeze the glove to retire the side, but not before 3 cross the plate for the South Medford Panthers, and they take the lead 5-4. To the top of the 5th we go. You're watching Black and Blue Baseball on TableRockSports.net.
In RBTD all my life. When we moved to Talent, that's when we purchased our house.
All those memories were in that little spot for 17 years.
Everything in that house, all our firsts, everything gone. Now more than ever, with so many families being displaced, their kids will still be able to come to school to Phoenix and Talent because they'll be able to use RBTD.
Fuel your daily adventure at My Circle K, powered by GP Energy. Whether it's morning motivation to get your day going, adding crunch to your lunch, fueling up for a road trip, your journey begins with My Circle K, powered by GP Energy.
So your workers' comp claim was denied. Or was it accepted? Now what are you supposed to do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and de Villeneuve immediately and let us fight for you.
Welcome back to Harry and David Field. Black and Blue Baseball on TableRockSports.net. We got a good one here for you as the 0-1 pitch put into the air by Jeremiah Robbins, and that is caught by Caleb Barney for the first out of the 5th. North scoring 2 in the first and 2 in the second. South scoring 2 in the first and then brought 3 home in the home half of the 4th, as there's a nice breaking ball by Carson Joe delivered to Gavin Schmidt. Schmidt at the plate for North, as there's another terrific breaking ball in there for strike 2. Schmidt did something that no one has ever done in 2021, able to drive in runs against South starting pitcher Tanner Douglas. Douglas had a 0 ERA in 9 innings pitched with 20 strikeouts and just 1 hit allowed. And then Gavin Schmidt delivered a 2 RBI single to score Cody Boragine and Johnny King. Here's the 1-2. Fastball up and in. And that is called strike 3. Home plate umpire Scott Rice rings him up. Two away in the top of the 5th inning. And Tyler Dunleavy takes low for ball 1. Hit the other way to left, slicing and diving, and off the glove of Kyle Cope. Made a fantastic effort. And it just popped out of his glove. A base hit for Tyler Dunleavy to keep the top of the 5th inning alive, and that will bring up Frankie Rutigliano. Here's the 1-0 to Frankie, and that misses low for ball 2. Rutigliano 0 for 1 today, walked back in the 1st inning, left stranded at first. Tyler Dunleavy at first, 2 away in the top of the 5th. Joe comes home, and Rutigliano fouls it back for strike 1. Joe misses low, and that runs the count to 3 balls and 1 strike. In there for strike 2. Full count to Frankie Rutigliano. That's low for ball 4. That'll push Dunleavy to second. And 2 on for Colton Morgan. Correction, we actually have a pinch hitter coming in. That is Coda Passy. Pinch hitting for Colton Morgan. Passy, the junior, fouls the first pitch off for strike 1. Wind continues to whip here at Harry and David Field. Here's the 0-1 from Joe. Softly tapped foul off the first base, off the third base side for strike 2. And that is just off the plate. Everyone on the field, everyone in the stands thought that was strike 3. We'll keep playing. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 on and 2 out for Coda Passy. Inside for ball 2. And Passy has worked the count full. Payoff pitch coming. Tyler Dunleavy at second, Frankie Rutigliano at first. The pitch home. Fouled off. Another 3-2, another foul ball. Tying run at second, lead run at first for the North Medford Black Tornado. Another payoff. Popped up into the air, foul and out of play. Another 3-2, another foul ball. Passy making Carson Joe work here in the top of the fifth inning. Bouncing ball, stopped by Sewell. The tying run's coming home, and he's going to score. An RBI infield single by Coda Passy. Excellent base running by Tyler Dunleavy, and we are tied at 5. And that'll bring up Trey Newman. Ball was hit so sharply into the ground, it bounced over the head of the third baseman, Caleb Long. And by the time it came down, Tyler Dunleavy was already rounding third and headed for home. You're watching the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week, powered by U.S. Cellular at Siskiyou on TableRockSports.net. Black and blue baseball, game one of the doubleheader today. This broadcast brought to you in part by our title sponsor, Lithia Auto Superstore Jeep Dodge Chrysler. Visit lithiasuperstore.com to find your next ride. Rutigliano at second, Coda Passy at first. Trey Newman at the dish for the North Medford Black Tornado. And that is in there for strike one. Waved at. And I'll say no swing, in fact, actually. Count evens up, 1-1. Ground ball, backhanded by Sewell. He picks it up. The throw to first, not going to be in time. We're not going to be there, I should say. An infield hit for Trey Newman, and the bases are loaded for the top of the order in Cody Boragine. Boragine 1 for 2 today with a pair of runs scored. That is fouled just off the third base line. Missed the chalk by inches. And the count is 0-2. Bases full of Black Tornado. The 0-2 to Boragine. Foul tipped. And this inning made possible in no small part by the man at second base right now, Coda Passy. Just kept fouling off pitch after pitch after pitch. And finally able to deliver an RBI single as that's foul tipped to stay alive. Game-tying RBI single by Coda Passy. And now North with the bases loaded and a chance to take the lead. The 0-2 to Boragine. Hit up the middle, through for a base hit. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score. It is a 2 RBI single for Cody Boragine and the North Medford Black Tornado get back on top here in the top of the fifth, 7-5. The inning continues, and that will bring up Johnny King. King looks at a first pitch strike. In the air to center. Caleb Barney hustling in, dives, he's not going to get there. Another run comes in, and it's 8-5 North. With 2 outs, Boragine just kept on running. He's at third base. Trey Newman comes around to score. It's an RBI single for Johnny King, and the hits keep on coming for the Black Tornado. That'll bring up Aidan Horsley. The 1-0 misses away for ball 2. And now one of the South Medford coaches going to go out, and I think they're going to go check on the center fielder, Caleb Barney. He's looking like he's in a bit of discomfort. We're going to step away for a quick commercial break. 2-0 count to Aidan Horsley when we come back on TableRockSports.net.
Workers' comp claim was denied. Or was it accepted? Now what are you supposed to do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and de Villeneuve immediately and let us fight for you.
Since 1991, Medford area residents have looked to Eye Care Associates of Southern Oregon for vision care for the whole family. Specializing in optometry for adults and children, ECA uses state-of-the-art diagnostic tools to scan for health risks and get your prescription just right. Get your students a comprehensive vision check to ensure they have their best chance to learn and succeed. And look good while you see well. Specialists in our optical boutique have extensive styles on hand or can special order. We hope to see your family at Eye Care Associates of Southern Oregon. Visit eyecaresouthern.com to learn more.
Waiting, even a few days, to report a work injury or illness could cost you everything. But how do you know what you should do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and de Villeneuve immediately and let us fight for you.
Continuous monitoring and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
Workers' comp claim was denied. Or was it accepted? Now what are you supposed to do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and de Villeneuve immediately and let us fight for you.
Since 1991, Medford area residents have looked to Eye Care Associates of Southern Oregon for vision care for the whole family. Specializing in optometry for adults and children, ECA uses state-of-the-art diagnostic tools to scan for health risks and get your prescription just right. Get your students a comprehensive vision check to ensure they have their best chance to learn and succeed. And look good while you see well. Specialists in our optical boutique have extensive styles on hand or can special order. We hope to see your family at Eye Care Associates of Southern Oregon. Visit eyecaresouthern.com to learn more.
Waiting, even a few days, to report a work injury or illness could cost you everything. But how do you know what you should do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and de Villeneuve immediately and let us fight for you.
Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford. We've stocked up with over 200 new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep Dodge, and of course, Ram trucks. Choose from one of our largest inventories ever of new Jeep Cherokee 4x4s. Test drive a new Ram 1500 and see why Ram is Motor Trend's back-to-back three-peat truck of the year. And remember, we've added the convenience of test drives from your home and an online process to purchase and deliver your new vehicle. You'll find the new vehicle you want at the low price you deserve. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
Dear Dad, I was afraid to say this to your face, but I heard you yelling again from the stands during my game. You were shouting at the coach, the refs, even the other parents. It embarrasses me when you yell at everyone. It really stresses me out. I love sports, I love my team, I just want to play, but not if you always lose your temper. Love, Katie.
Know your role. Learn more at southernoregonsports.com.
Welcome back to Harry and David Field. The very first pitch in the home half of the fifth inning hits hits Elijah Havey. And so Havey aboard, following a 4-run fifth by the North Medford Black Tornado to retake the lead 8-5 here in game one of our doubleheader on the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week, powered by U.S. Cellular at Siskiyou. Caleb Long takes a first pitch strike from Cody Boragine. That misses low. Ball scooped up by Robbins to keep Havey at first. Ground ball left side, stopped by the shortstop Horsley, but no play. Everyone's safe. And now South in business in the home half of the fifth. Kyle Cope at the dish. Josh Thomas coming in to pinch run for Elijah Havey at second. First pitch swinging, back to the pitcher. Boragine to third for one, to first. Not in time. So Havey erased on the fielder's choice. One away in the bottom of the fifth inning, and that will bring up Luke Mason coming in to pinch hit for Caleb Barney. Mason, the healthy cut, comes up empty for strike one. The 1-1 waved at. Not sure if that was a called strike or a strike on the swing, but no matter how you divvy it out, it's strike two on Luke Mason. Boragine kicks and delivers. Fouled back. And that misses low to even the count up 2-2. Mason able to foul it off. Count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. Mason fooled on the slider. Strike 3. Fastball, first pitch swinging. Cam Sewell delivers it into center field. They're going to wave the runner home. He's going to score. Caleb Long in on the RBI single by Cam Sewell. Kyle Cope takes second. And South with the response in the home half of the 5th. It's now 8-6. Bennett Thompson now at the dish for South Medford with the tying runs aboard, and he takes a first pitch strike. Back and forth game. North scoring 2 in the first, South answering with 2 of their own back in the first inning, and the North jumped out to a 2-run lead with 2 more in the top of the second. South scored 3 in the home half of the 4th inning to take a lead, but it was short-lived as North responded with 4 in the 5th. And now South already went across in the home half of the inning, looking for more as Thompson takes low for ball 2. The 2-1. Thompson lifts it foul, backing out of play onto the press box. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 on, 2 out in a 2-run game. The number 2 hitter, Bennett Thompson, he swings and misses for strike 3. A huge K for Cody Boragine in the North Medford Black Tornado. South get 1, but only 1 on the RBI single by Cam Sewell. To the 6th we go. 8-6 North. You're watching Panther Baseball on TableRockSports.net.
Choose a company that best represents you and our local community.
Choose a company that focuses on relationships rather than transactions.
Choose a company that empowers their employees and provides growth opportunities from within.
Choose a company that shows compassion and rises to the occasion in times of need.
Call a John L. Scott broker today.
This year, don't just replace your windows, renew them with beautiful and energy-efficient windows from Bill's Glass. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home or auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 50 years. Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass.
Top of the 6th inning here at Harry and David Field. You're watching the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week, powered by U.S. Cellular at Siskiyou. Jeremiah Robbins to get things started for the Black Tornado, and he takes low for ball 1. Carson Joe still on the mound for the South Medford Panthers. South able to get one across in the home half of the 5th after North put up 4 in the top of the 5th, but only 1 as Bennett Thompson was struck out by Cody Boragine with the tying runs on base to end the inning. 2-0 to Robbins, and he takes on the inner half for strike 1. 8 runs on 10 hits, 2 errors for the North Medford Black Tornado. 6 runs on 8 hits, 1 error for the South Medford Panthers. Hard hit, diving stop by Sewell. He gets up, throws to first, not in time. An infield single for Jeremiah Robbins. Heck of an effort by Cam Sewell at shortstop for the South Medford Panthers. And that will bring up Gavin Schmidt. Schmidt, a 2 RBI single back in the 1st inning. He's also walked today. And that pitch misses low for ball 1. Ooh, as that foul tips right onto the umpire's helmet. That's got to hurt. This broadcast is brought to you in part by My Circle K, powered by GP Energy. Morning motivation, crunch in your lunch, and fuel for your road trip begins at My Circle K. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count to Gavin Schmidt. Breaking ball by Joe, dropped in beautifully for strike 2. Pitch up and in to even the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ground ball, fair. The throw to second in time for 1. That's a nice play made by Caleb Long in the hot corner for South Medford. They get the lead run in the 1st out of the 6th. Schmidt aboard on the fielder's choice. And that will bring up Tyler Dunleavy with 1 on and 1 out. One the count to Dunleavy. 1 for 3 today. Singled and scored back in that 4-run 5th for North Medford. As that misses low for ball 2. Two 2-1 in there for strike 2. Foul tipped by Dunleavy to stay alive and spoil that breaking ball from Joe. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike three. Joe retires Dunleavy on strikes. 2 down in the top of the 6th for Frankie Rutigliano. This broadcast is brought to you in part by the Medical Eye Center of Medford. They have a wide range of eye care services for the entire family. To learn more, visit medicaleyecenter.com to see how they can help your vision needs. That ball is golfed to deep left field. Kyle Cope is back. He's got room. He makes the grab to retire the side. To the home half of the 6th we go. 8-6 North Medford. You're watching the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week, powered by U.S. Cellular at Siskiyou on TableRockSports.net.
Choose a company that best represents you and our local community.
Choose a company that focuses on relationships rather than transactions.
Choose a company that empowers their employees and provides growth opportunities from within.
Choose a company that shows compassion and rises to the occasion in times of need.
Call a John L. Scott broker today.
This year, don't just replace your windows, renew them with beautiful and energy-efficient windows from Bill's Glass. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home or auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 50 years. Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass.
Welcome back to Harry and David Field. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The count on Tanner Douglas. South Medford trailing North 8-6 in game 1 of our doubleheader here on TableRockSports.net. Fouled back first, and we'll keep it right here. Again, Douglas reaches for it and fouls it back to stay alive. Cody Boragine in his 6th inning of work for the North Medford Black Tornado. The lefty comes set and delivers the 1-2. And again, it's fouled off. Another 1-2, and another foul ball. This broadcast is brought to you in part by Bill's Glass, the industry leader and clear choice in Southern Oregon for almost 50 years. Locally owned and family run, Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass. When you hear that crash, think Bill's Glass. Douglas chases the up and in fastball for strike 3. One down, and that will bring up Carson Joe. And not before a meeting on the mound. We'll be right back here on TableRockSports.net. You're watching the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week, powered by U.S. Cellular at Siskiyou.
My Circle K, powered by GP Energy, you can turn an ordinary lunch break into something extraordinary with crispy, crunchy chicken. Grab and go their delicious chicken, chicken tenders, famous biscuits, and tasty sides. MyCircleK.com.
US Cellular believes everyone deserves 5G. That's why we've included 5G on all plans, no extra charge, whether you're working or playing. All US Cellular plans include 5G, no extra charge. Get the new Samsung Galaxy S21 5G free with no hidden requirements. US Cellular.
Get the latest 5G phones for free today at Siskiyou Cellular, an authorized agent for US Cellular with 7 Valley locations. Visit souscellular.com for details.
Fuel your daily adventure at My Circle K, powered by GP Energy. Whether it's morning motivation to get your day going, adding crunch to your lunch, fueling up for a road trip, your journey begins with My Circle K, powered by GP Energy.
Way to ride would be just to get on the bus and go. RVTD helps me to be independent. The bus goes everywhere I need to go. I've become pretty good friends with even some of the drivers. They really care about the passengers. I have to use the power wheelchair, which makes it convenient to have to ride the bus because they have the ramps that go down so you can get on and off really easy. I feel very safe. And now more than ever, RVTD is a very important part of this community. I don't know where I'd be without it.
And the first new pitcher, Tyler Dunleavy, in there for strike one. Dunleavy on in relief for Cody Boragine, the North Medford starter, who finishes his outing going 5 1/3 innings pitched, allowing 8 hits, 6 runs, 4 earned, 4 walks, and 6 strikeouts. Dunleavy was at first base. Now taking over at first is Frankie Rutigliano. And Rutigliano, who was in left, replaced by Boragine, who was on the mound. Two balls and 1 strike, the count to Carson Joe. He takes away for ball 3. So the defensive alignment behind Tyler Dunleavy: Boragine in left, Newman in center, Morgan in right, Schmidt at third, Horsley at short, King at second, and Rutigliano at first, with Robbins behind the plate. And that's away for ball 4. A 1-out walk issued to Carson Joe for Tosh Stumpenhouse. Stumpenhouse today 0 for 2, reached on an error as that breaking ball from Dunleavy misses up for ball 1. 8 runs on 11 hits for the North Medford Black Tornadoes, 6 runs on 8 hits for the South Medford Panthers. The 1-0 breaking ball, that finds the zone to even the count up. 1 ball and 1 strike. Stumpenhouse fouls off that breaking ball for strike 2. What we've seen from Dunleavy now so far, primarily breaking balls, and he's been throwing to Stumpenhouse. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 on and 1 out. The pitch home. Ground ball to the second baseman. King picks it up, shovels to second for 1, to first. Out of the glove of Rutigliano. So a force out and a fielder's choice erases Carson Joe. Stumpenhouse aboard, 2 away, and that will bring up Elijah Havey. You're watching the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week, powered by U.S. Cellular at Siskiyou on TableRockSports.net, as we bring you coverage of black and blue baseball from Harry and David Field. First pitch to Havey, dropped in for strike 1. Dunleavy, the lefty, using a lot of off-speed stuff. And it's been working pretty effectively. Here's the 0-1. Tapped to the first baseman, Rutigliano. He will take it to the bag himself, and that will retire the side. To the 7th inning we go, 8-6, North Medford. You're watching the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week, powered by U.S. Cellular at Siskiyou on TableRockSports.net.
Medford School District, we have a shared vision. All are learning, and learning is for all.
We all have a role to play when it comes to preventing COVID-19 at school.
And in our community.
Our community agreement states,
I will
wear my mask at all times.
And properly.
I will
maintain physical distancing.
Stay arms length apart.
I will
wash my hands often.
For 20 seconds, soap and water.
I will
stay home when I'm sick.
This is our MSD community agreement.
To keep our schools safe.
And the community safe.
Top of the 7th inning here at Harry and David Field. North Medford trying to add on to their 2-run lead before we head to the home half of the 7th inning. It'll be Coda Passy, Trey Newman, and Cody Boragine, the 3 due up for North. In the top of the 7th. Back and forth game, been a great one. First of the doubleheader. As Passy lifts one in the air to right field. Stumpenhouse working, reaches out and can't make the grab. It falls, and that will land Passy at second base. And we'll see how the official scorer rules that. Stumpenhouse has been making a lot of great plays running towards the line in right field, but that's going to be charged in error, and I think Stumpenhouse would be the first to agree with that ruling. So the leadoff man aboard, and that will bring up Trey Newman. Hard hit under the glove of the third baseman, Caleb Long, stopped by Cam Sewell, but there are now runners at first and third with nobody out. Top of the order now, Cody Boragine. Joe comes home. It gets by the catcher, Thompson. And the runner at third not going to go. Passy holds, but Trey Newman will take second base on the wild pitch. 1 ball, no strikes the count on Cody Boragine. As Carson Joe and the South Medford Panthers trying to keep this a 2-run game as we head to the home half of the 7th inning. And they will now intentionally walk Boragine to load the bases for Johnny King. And the first pitch to King misses for ball one. Passy at third, reached on an error. Trey Newman, a hard hit single at first. Boragine at second, Boragine at first. He was intentionally walked, and now Johnny King ahead in the count. 2 balls and no strikes. King 3 for 4 today with an RBI and a run scored. He takes a healthy cut and foul tips it for strike one. "12 hits in this game for North, 8 hits for South. That combines for 20 hits in just 6+ innings. And we've got a whole nother game to play after this. Passy at third, Newman at second, Boragine at first. 2-1 the count to Johnny King. Sends it in the air to left center field. Tracking it and making the grab is Kyle Cope. The throw home is wide, and the RBI sac fly by King scores Coda Passy. An insurance run tacked on by the North Medford Black Tornado. One away in the top of the 7th, 2 on for Aidan Horsley. There's a nice breaking ball by Joe. In there for strike one. Up and in. And that evens the count. 1 ball and 1 strike. Newman still at second. Boragine still at first. The 1-1. Low for ball 2. That finds the zone, and the count evens. 2 balls into 2 strikes. Ground ball through the hole between third and short. They're going to wave Newman around. He's going to score. Into third base goes Boragine, an RBI single for Aidan Horsley. And it's now 10-6 North. Newman scores on the RBI single. To third goes Boragine. And still only 1 out. Runners on the corners for Jeremiah Robbins. And that's in there for strike one.
He was standing. He was like standing next to me. Sick.
The 1-1. Fouled back by Robbins for strike 2. Boragine at third, Horsley at first. Already 2 insurance runs in for the North Medford Black Tornado. They're looking for more. Breaking ball. Misses inside for ball 2. Breaking ball. That finds the zone. Strike 3 called. 2 away, still 2 on, and that will bring up Gavin Schmidt. Schmidt delivered a 2 RBI single that scored Boragine and Johnny King back in the first inning. There's a fastball from Joe in there for strike 1. Hard hit into right center field. That's going to plate a run. An RBI single by Gavin Schmidt, his second of the game. Got 3 RBI total. Boragine comes in to score. It's now 11-6 North. Horsley moves over to second base, and now Tyler Dunleavy able to lay off for ball 1. That finds the zone to even the count up. Hard hit to the second baseman. Havey's got it. The throw to first in time to retire the side. 3 more runs come home for the North Medford Black Tornado. South has got a lot of work to do in the home half of the 7th inning. We'll be right back here on TableRockSports.net. You're watching the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week, powered by U.S. Cellular at Siskiyou on TableRockSports.net.
At My Circle K, powered by GP Energy, you can turn an ordinary lunch break into something extraordinary with crispy, crunchy chicken. Grab and go their delicious chicken, chicken tenders, famous biscuits, and tasty sides. MyCircleK.com.
U.S. Cellular believes everyone deserves 5G. That's why we've included 5G on all plans, no extra charge, whether you're working or playing. All U.S. Cellular plans include 5G, no extra charge. Get the new Samsung Galaxy S21 5G free with no hidden requirements. U.S. Cellular.
Get the latest 5G phones for free today at Siskiyou Cellular, an authorized agent for U.S. Cellular with 7 Valley locations. Visit souscellular.com for details.
Fuel your daily adventure at My Circle K, powered by GP Energy. Whether it's morning motivation to get your day going, adding crunch to your lunch, fueling up for a road trip, your journey begins with My Circle K, powered by GP Energy.
Welcome back to Harry and David Field, bottom of the 7th inning in game 1 of our doubleheader of black and blue baseball. You see the score on the John L. Scott scoreboard. North with a commanding 11-6 lead. They played 3 more in the top of the 7th inning to provide some cushion for their reliever Tyler Dunleavy, who delivers a first pitch ball to Caleb Long. It'll be Long, Kyle Cope, and Luke Mason, the 3 due up here in the home half of the 7th. Hard hit ground ball, and off the glove of the shortstop Aidan Horsley, an infield single for Kyle Long to start the inning for South Medford. And that'll bring up Kyle Cope. Here's the first pitch from Dunleavy to Cope. High and outside for ball one. Two and oh to Kyle Cope. And now the second baseman, Johnny King, going to go out and have a conversation with Dunleavy on the mound. You're watching the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week, powered by U.S. Cellular at Siskiyou on TableRockSports.net. The 2-0. On the outside corner for strike one. In the air, slicing in foul territory off the first base side. A trio of Black Tornado going over to it. It lands on the grassy berm for strike two. This broadcast brought to you in part by Bill's Glass, the industry leader and clear choice in Southern Oregon for almost 50 years. Locally owned and family run, Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass. When you hear that crash, think Bill's Glass. Fouled off the third base side. And it remains 2-2. 11 runs on 14 hits. 2 errors for the North Medford Black Tornadoes. 6 runs on 9 hits and 2 errors for the South Medford Panthers. Two balls and 2 strikes to Kyle Cope with Caleb Long at first in the home half of the 7th inning. South going to try to tack into this 5-run lead just a little bit at a time. Here's the 2-2. In the air to right. And it'll be Morgan, the right fielder, to make the grab for out number 1. One on for Luke Mason. And fans, don't forget, this is just game 1 of our doubleheader. We've got 7 more innings at least to bring you here from Harry and David Field. At the conclusion of this game, as that's lifted in the air to right, Morgan drifting back, drifting to his left, and he makes the grab for out number 2. At the conclusion of this game, we will sign off on this broadcast and then start a new broadcast on Table Rock Sports for game number 2 of this doubleheader. Cam Sewell at the dish. 0-2 the count. South down to their final strike. And it hits Sewell. 2 on for Bennett Thompson. Meeting with the umpires. we're ready to go. First pitch to Thompson in there for strike one. And that misses low and away. 1 ball and 1 strike. Misses away, 2-1 the count. High and outside for ball 3. Hitters count coming to Bennett Thompson with 2 on and 2 out in the home half of the 7th inning. Outside ball 4. The bases are loaded for Tanner Douglas. Caleb Long, the leadoff single, is at third. Cam Sewell, hit by a pitch, is at second. Bennett Thompson, who just walked, is at first. And now Tanner Douglas, 3 for 4 today. 3 singles, 2 RBI, and a run scored. And now North Medford will have a conversation on the mound. Don't go anywhere. The drama continues from Harry and David Field after this on TableRockSports.net.
Best selection and the best value for the dollar.
My name's Haley, and I've been showing sheep for 5 years through 4-H and pigs for 2 years through 4-H. 2 years ago I got grand champion, and today I got reserve grand champion. It's a really good program, and it teaches the kids self-responsibility. The program wouldn't be how it is today if we didn't have people like Sherb coming out and supporting us.
If you shop with us, you will save money.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
Welcome back to Harry and David Field. You're watching the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week, powered by U.S. Cellular at Siskiyou. The bases are juiced for Tanner Douglas with his team trailing 5 in the home half of the 7th inning. Tyler Dunleavy delivers a first pitch strike, back pick to second base, and diving back safely is Cam Sewell. Long at third, Sewell at second, Thompson at first. Here's the 0-1 to Tanner Douglas. Breaking ball, Douglas fouls it back into the net. And once again, South down to their final strike. Cam Sewell was in an 0-2 count and then was hit by a pitch. Bennett Thompson walked, and here we are. Bases loaded. 2 strikes. The pitch home. Softly hit on the ground ball to second. King scoops it up to throw to first in time, and that will do it. The North Medford Black Tornado defeat the South Medford Panthers 11-6. North 11 runs on 14 hits, 2 errors. South 6 runs, 9 hits, 2 errors. And that will do it for Game 1 of this doubleheader, but don't go anywhere. A new stream will start for Game 2 of our doubleheader between North and South Medford here on TableRockSports.net. For John Ofori and our executive producer, Joe Brett, I'm Jonathan Kerman saying so long for Harry and David Field. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you for Game 2 on a new stream here on TableRockSports.net. That's all part of the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week, powered by U.S. Cellular at Siskiyou. Right back after this.